I didn't really know what to expect from this A24 drama. Come On has been in very limited release in theaters, but it's now available on VOD. So is it worth checking out? When his sister asks him to look after her son, a radio journalist embarks on a cross country trip with his energetic nephew to show him life away from Los Angeles. Joaquin Phoenix stars in this quiet and patient story about grief, friendship, emotions, and our view of the world. Phoenix plays Johnny, and we follow him as he goes to watch over his nephew Jesse while Jesse's mom goes to care for her husband. And this is presented in black and white, which is beautiful in its starkness. The aesthetic really helps to add dimension to the storytelling by making the visuals simple but still wildly engaging. The contrast isn't so stark that all of the whites are blown out and the blacks are just crushed to these indiscernible levels, but instead we get a lot of variations within the gray tones. The reason I like that so much, beyond just how gorgeous it is to look at, is that the lack of colorful stimulus allows me to focus more intently on the performances. And in this, it's driven so dominantly by those performances. And not only do we have Phoenix taking the lead, but he shares most of the screen time with Woody Norman, who plays Jesse. And this kid is awesome. He's inquisitive, a complete ball of just nonstop energy, and he's also quite quirky. The dynamic he shares with Phoenix is captivating, tense, then funny, and even sad. And they share so many different emotional moments throughout the course of this story. And then the progression our characters experience is touching, and I think it might make you tear up. Each is going through their own journey of healing, but in completely different ways. And that's what helped to make this so appealing. They each get closer and closer to acceptance of their emotional state as the story goes along. And I really loved how they both arrive in similar spots, each helped along by the other. Now, as part of the storytelling device, Phoenix's character visits a few places to interview kids about their outlook of the future, their surroundings, and even their hopes and dreams. Something that I found to be really cool is that the kids that are being interviewed, they're not actors, but they're real kids answering the questions in their own unscripted words. These are then interspersed throughout the story to reinforce themes and hit during key emotional beats. Gabby Hoffman plays Jesse's mom and Johnny's sister, Viv, and I love what she brought to the story. She has two distinctly different dynamics that closely resemble each other. Her dynamic with her brother is sometimes contentious and guilt-ridden, but then also sweet and compassionate at other times. They have a few different kinds of family drama that they navigate, some easier to overcome than others, but one feeds into the other. And then her interactions with Jesse are surprisingly mature and adult for just how young Jesse is. But not all of their conversations are adult. Some are very silly and immature. And all of them, though, help to point to a kid who's having a not too easy time connecting just with the world around him. The emotional journeys that both Jesse and Johnny make in this is wonderful to watch, especially as it culminates in this one scene in a wooded area of New Orleans. The dialogue is simple and even humorous, but it's also extremely weighty. All throughout the film, we get these quiet scenes of Phoenix's Johnny listening to recorded audio, or even recording his own thoughts for his radio production. The restraint that he shows within these really helped to draw me into his character. He's incredibly sympathetic, even though many of these sequences just don't ask for us to feel sorry for him, or even simply connect with what he's doing. But I still found myself being drawn into the character. As I listened to him speak and watched just the subtle emotion in his eyes, I couldn't help but be enamored with the character. He's gentle, soft-spoken most of the time, and he's even got a quirkiness to him that I found very endearing. The movie's just under 2 hours at an hour and 49 minutes, and it's patiently told, but at no point did I find it slow or boring. Now, I do believe that if you're not connecting with the characters or in a mindset to watch something that's quieter like this, it will feel like it's dragging and possibly make it even seem pointless. But I don't believe it's pointless at all. The character journeys and growth are exceptional, making me never want to move my eyes away from the screen. And the cinematography in this is stunning. There are some shots where the camera is completely locked down, and then our subjects move into frame and then into focus. But they can also move out of frame without the camera following. And while this wasn't done a lot of the time, it was a great effect to illustrate movement and then show transients. The shots also alternate between some extreme wide shots to show the subjects within the scale of the surrounding setting. And then in one scene where Jesse is listening to just this audio through Johnny's microphone when they're in New York, he's walking around this parking lot and around subways and stuff, we get to see just how tiny Jesse is as he wanders around the scenery around him. But there are also some very powerful, intimate shots that allow us to connect with the emotion held within the actor's eyes. And I loved how each framing seemed to support and even create the appropriate emotion of a particular scene. So overall, Come On is a moving and powerful character journey, showing that we don't need flashy or big characters to illustrate effective character growth. The actors have wonderful charisma, creating performances that are captivating within a patient, emotional narrative. The cinematography is made all the more beautiful by the choice to present this in black and white. And the use of actual interviews, I think, is a powerful storytelling device that complements and enhances the themes of grief, friendship, and hope. This also showcases how talented of an actor Joaquin Phoenix is, and how he continues to choose roles that resonate and connect with audiences in meaningful ways. I absolutely adored this film and all that went into making it. There's no sex or nudity, some profanity, and not really any violence. I give Come On 5 out of 5 couches. What's a good character story that you enjoy? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please give it a like. Also, don't forget to share and subscribe. I'm Chris. This is Movies and Munchies. Thanks for couching with me. Come on, 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 come on. All right, that's enough.